So my name's Rhonda, and I met Eileen through a Havara, which is a group of friends. And I knew that she did this energy work, but I'd never experienced it myself. And so I had a 14 3/4-year-old standard poodle, and I knew she had a standard poodle at one time, who was having some health challenges. And, I've been to the vet, and the vet had basically said, I think the dog is, in the process of dying, and there's not much that can be done. And that was in early October, and it was now like 3 weeks later. And so I thought, well, if there's anything that we can do to support the dog in either recovering or at least having a smooth transition, I talked with Eileen about it, and she said, sure, bring her in. So I brought Chanel in. That's the dog's name. And she was having difficulty standing, and, she really was in pretty bad shape. It looked like she'd had a stroke or something. So Eileen worked on her, and, one of the gifts that Eileen has is that she really resonates with animals and she can communicate with them. So essentially she got that Chanel was really kind of okay with her status, and that she actually was ready to pass, and there wasn't a whole lot she could do. But even in that kind of a dire situation, I actually saw some improvement for a period of time. It was almost as if Chanel was given permission by everyone to, do whatever she needed to go. And she actually got better for about 2 weeks. And then she lived another 6 weeks until I got to the point where I was ready to let go, and we ultimately let her go. So, it was I think it was probably a 45-minute treatment, but it was the transition, or the contrast between how the dog was, like not really with it, was having a hard time standing, to after the session she was up and, to the best of her ability, sniffing around, seemed calmer. And so I think it was, definitely a very healing experience. And, and healing isn't always about that you get better. Healing maybe that you end up making your transformation into another life, or out of this life anyway. But you do it with more grace. And so I feel like that's what she gave the dog the opportunity for.